at Northwestern Mutual. How about this matchup? Aaron Studebaker, Nebraska, and this outstanding redshirt freshman out of Ohio State, Kollin Moore.
Kollin Moore from the farm country of Ohio. He was an unknown until his senior year when he went to the Super 32 Challenge in Greensboro, North Carolina, and made waves. This kid has a lot more to learn about wrestling, and that's scary for the rest of 197.
That's a major understatement. I seen this guy in the Big Ten against Britt Farr with a big win. Now, Farr averted that loss last night in the semifinals with a victory over Kollin Moore. But this kid's really good for Ohio State. He jumps out to a 2-1 lead. 2:15 remaining in our first period. We're live from the Scott Trade Center. It is Championship Consolation Saturday. We're glad you've come to join us. I'm Benjamin Huckey out of Park City, Iowa, joined by Corey Haddad out of Northampton, Pennsylvania. Good analytical work. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. This is Moore. This is Studebaker. $1.50 remaining in the first 2-1 for the Ohio State Buckeye.
Another all Big Ten affair here between the 10 seed Studebaker, I'm sorry, the 7 seed Studebaker, and the 3 seed Kollin Moore, the redshirt freshman.
And one thing that people aren't really familiar with it, very rarely, especially with these bigger fellas, 165 and up, very rarely will you see a guy utilize a Kelly series or a fireman's carry. That's what Kollin Moore just utilized. Got him another takedown. He leaves at 42.
We've seen 2 fireman's carries already today. I don't think I saw 2 fireman's carries the entire tournament before today.
We're near the 1 minute mark here, first period, in a consolation semifinal at 197.
It's like the fireman's carry is becoming a distinguished move. It's not being utilized anymore. You talk about Brandon Sorensen also winning. I didn't notice because I was so tuned into the match. I didn't even see that Sorensen won for Iowa.
Maybe won in major decision fashion. Let's certainly look it up. 4-2 is our score as we go down inside 30 seconds. Aaron Studebaker, Kollin Moore. Our matchup being officiated by Mr. Joe Ravello. Look at here, Kollin Moore with just a little snatch. You're going to return Studebaker to the mat for 2. It's now a 6-2 lead. Brian Snyder in the Nebraska corner didn't like it, but clearly control for Kollin Moore.
Dr. Brian Snyder, Easton Red Rover, which is also in District 11. You'll see it all District 11, 125-pound final tonight between Darian Cruz and Ethan Lindsay. All in the same area, Ben.
A hotbed of American wrestling, the state of Pennsylvania. Here's Moore going to try to cling on to Studebaker. Are they going to give him one? You know, one thing that is kind of a vantage point for us underneath the microphone is just to watch the mannerisms of the guys in the red and the green quarter coaching their student athletes.
One of the best things.
But from time to time, it gets a little bit ridiculous. The guys, they're trying to defend their guys, but they, many times over, they do extend and go a little bit overboard, do they not?
I'll say it gets annoying.
Very annoying.
I'll call a spade a spade.
There you go. 6-3 as we get underway in the second. 140 remaining.
There's no crying in wrestling. That's what they whine.
And the last time at the high school ranks that ever happened to myself underneath the microphone, I had to let a fan base know. You know, the next time you go to a wrestling venue, in all sincerity, if you can't win with class and lose with class, right, you better go buy a bag of diapers to wipe away the tears, right? Because the bottom line is...
Bring your Kleenex.
Yep. And that's one of the most frustrating things from our perspective is hold by hold people, analytical people, trying to break down the matches. You know, we've already got some of the country's best athletes. The officials here, without question, are the best of the best. And we know the coaches are, right? The coaches are all outstanding, but if you want your wrestlers to grow up to be fine young men, you got to exemplify and show what it's all about by doing and leading the right way. Sometimes these guys don't always do it. For the most part, they do. But we've already seen it here today in the early going where there's been some bickering back and forth, and sometimes they just don't get it.
Well said. I can't agree more.
So here's Kollin Moore on Studebaker. Studebaker on Moore. Try to come out the back door. Studebaker, a senior for the Cornhuskers.
Kollin Moore, he's got that farm strength. They always use that term, but it's true about him. This kid has not even reached water yet.
Good analogy.
The tip of the iceberg is way up there for him.
I had Kollin Moore in a live broadcast from Independence High School in the state of Iowa, the Dream Team Classic. Boy, he was splendid that night. And Team USA put a good old whooping on Team Iowa on that night. But you could see on that night the huge upside of this young man, and just a redshirt freshman with an opportunity to finish inside of the top three. That's a big plus in itself.
One of the big keys for Kollin Moore is having Travel Galagnev in the room, another big guy. Anthony Ralph, new on the staff this year, was the head coach at Notre Dame College for many years with Frank Romano.
1:20 remaining in our third and final period. Nothing flashy, but a workmanlike 6-4 lead for Kollin Moore. He leads the Nebraska Cornhusker Aaron Studebaker.
Now in the corner for the Buckeyes, along with Anthony Ralph, Jay Jaggers. You ever think about changing your name, Ben, to just B?
Well, I've often been informed that I need to do something with that narrative, but never has really crossed my mind.
Just a B and no period.
Well, Jay Jaggers, the one thing that he likes to chatter. He backs it up. And I'll tell you one thing about Jay Jaggers is his dress attire.
Nobody
dresses like Jay Jaggers.
He coaching, we can all say there's great coaches. He's the best dressed coach, individual on the race, no question.
Down inside 30 seconds. And to you, our loyal viewer and listener, let's see what happens here in the closing moments. 6-4, Kollin Moore. Studebaker in on a shot. We kind of got carried away with some fun conversation in this one, but here's Moore with a
look at how strong he is. Look at how strong.
Oh, Studebaker,
wow, look at that.
stepping over. What's that all about?
Trying to bring a little Simone Biles action.
This one's going to be over, and the kid out of Ohio State University is going to have an opportunity to wrestle for third and fourth place. Moore over Studebaker, final score.
You're watching the NCAA Wrestling Championships.